Tara.
Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
So how much did Iran's retaliatory strike against IUD kind of persuade the department to look at the stockpiles? Because it did take an enormous amount of patriots to defend that base against the ballistic missiles. And then secondly, on Iran, again, have you had time now to do a deeper assessment of the damage to the nuclear facilities? And have there been any sort of like air patrols or anything like that to gather additional information?
So I'll answer your second question first. Our assessment of the battle damage around Fordow, Nantes, and Isfahan remains unchanged. I mean, we believe, and certainly all of the intelligence that we've seen have led us to believe that those facilities especially have been completely obliterated. And the interesting kind of side point about this, Tara, is that all of the conversations that we've had since Operation Midnight Hammer with our allies all around the world, but certainly also in the region, they say a couple of things. They share our sentiments about the degradation of Iran's nuclear program and the fact that we have degraded their program by 1 to 2 years. At least intel assessments inside the department assess that, and I think their intelligence shares that conclusion.
Current assessments by this department think it's been degraded or delayed by 1 to 2 years?
I think we're thinking probably closer to 2 years, like degraded their program by 2 years. But what we've seen almost, in fact, just universally among our allies, was them congratulating the United States, the President and the Secretary of Defense on that bold operation, and the idea that American action in Iran has set the conditions for global stability. You think back during my time in Afghanistan, when we would do sensitive site exploitations in Afghanistan, something like 20 years ago, almost all of the weapons that we pull out of those sensitive site exploitations were Iranian weapons. Like, Iran has been a major exporter of terror all around the world, and nations the world over have been subject to their terror. So I think that nations all around the world they know that when America is strong and speaks clearly, the world is a better and more stable place. And so I think it pertains to get to your first question here now. Remind me what you asked again.
How much did Iran's retaliatory strike on IUD kind of press the department to look at the stockpiles?
Well, we're always assessing our munitions and where we're sending them. And part of what we wanted to do here at the department was, again, create a framework. We can't give weapons to everybody all around the world. We have to look out for America and defending our homeland and our troops around the world. So, that's something that we always do, both before and after operations. And it's the President's job, along with the Secretary of Defense, to determine how we use those weapons.